Hey, welcome back to the table. So we're getting ready to start to turn 10 here. I did realize one thing. If I do a barrage with this, I obviously can't attack the same turn. And I meant to use this last turn, so I hope you don't mind. I'm going to retroactively use this. And if you remember, we didn't do anything with this particular guy. We barraged him to disrupt him, but now I'm going to barrage him with the naval artillery to destroy his depth marker. He requires close combat, and so I want to make him as weak. I'm going to take a hit on him. And so we get rid of a nice depth marker that would have made him a bit tougher in the close combat. So now he's going to be a bigger wimp. The other thing is I was taking care of family stuff, and I totally forgot to look up the wind conditions, like I told you I was going to do before I hit record. And I'm just remembering it now. So let me go look that up. At the conclusion of turn 12, we need to secure 10 position hexes that project fire onto the landing beach. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I take one more, we'll have 10. So you don't need all of them, but we do need that brown. We need that, or we need 14 hexes in zone B. And it's basically saying that a position like this counts as double. So actually, would this have been one of the 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, it wouldn't have been. So this counts towards the zone B and towards us. But we technically don't control it right now. We sort of gave it up because we have the communication cut off. Or secure the coral positions A5 and A6, which I think are way the bloody over here. Yeah, that's these two. We definitely don't have those. We're not going to anytime soon. The B positions is an interesting one. That one we would need 14 in zone B. And these count. This is 1, 2, 3. This would be a 4, a 5, a 6. Yeah, so basically it's counting some of this stuff that's up here, but these are like zone A. Yeah, so we're looking at... So my best bet is to take out brown. That's my best bet. So I need to do that by the end of turn 12. A position is considered secure if it's occupied by a U.S. unit, and anything that projects intense fire onto it is also occupied. So this brown one won't count unless we also take out him. So all right, so we're doing the peleliu assault scenario, not the basic game. So the peleliu assault scenario is we win if we secure all 13 position hexes that project fire onto U.S. landing beaches, and all the hexes in zone B, or all coral positions. That's like impossible. What kind of pot do they smoke? We lose if we have secured less than 10 hexes. Period. Doesn't even have to be beach hexes. Just less than 10. So we're not going to lose. So basically, we're going to play this 24 turns, or if I hit a catastrophic loss. The first thing that I read to you was if you're only playing the basic game. So it says all 13 positions that project fire. I guess that means this blue. These two would count as 2 more. So this would be 1, and this would be another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that what it said? 13? Yep. So I would need to have everything. Okay, enough of that. Let's get going. No landing, so we need to get an event going here. Have to shuffle because we had so many close combats last round. we're sitting in a decent position. The only thing we really lost was we lost on that yellow zone when the tank beat us in close combat. But we still at least damaged the tank's depth marker, which I'm happy with. And we're talking about this guy up here, by the way. But we knew we were in trouble. It was a desperate attack anyways. That would have been quite the coup de grace if we would have pulled that off. Very happy with last round, in fact. I think we did quite well. Okay, so getting into the event, we are on turn 10. So let's see what we get. Add a depth marker to one Japanese unit, and that blows. Because we just spent so much time getting rid of depth markers. Oh, come on. So depth marker goes closest to a US unit and then position adjacent to a beach hex. So it's this one. So the brown, the one that we needed to take, is getting a depth marker again. There is no... Oh, there is a disrupted unit. This guy is disrupted because we close combated last turn. So only this guy is available. Ugh. That hurts. It would have been nice to get another naval artillery, but okay, so now it's Japanese attack time. So here's their card, and you can see gold is going to tear us up again. Blue is not helpful, and brown, we might be okay. Actually, this might not be a bad round. Okay, so first things first is that tank up there is gold, so he's losing his disruption marker. But I don't think he's going to attack. That's the biggest thing about this rule that I like. When these counterattack units are disrupted, it drives me nuts. Some of these rules sometimes they're just very I don't even know what the right word is. So the A action that we recently unlocked is the assault action. It can be ambush, but that's only if it's empty. The assault action is that they move and conduct close combat. Okay, I think he just loses his disruption marker, and then that's it. So, you know what? I was doing the other ones wrong too. And maybe some of you are going to already comment, and I apologize because obviously I haven't uploaded any of these videos yet. The counterattack guys go no matter what these colors say. They always go. So that last turn when I left two of them disrupted, they wouldn't have been disrupted. What they would have done is they would have attacked anyways with the disruption marker on them, I think. The disruption marker I don't think would have gone away. Or maybe it would have gone away like we're doing here, but then yeah. So I did that wrong, folks. The counterattack guys always go. So if they're disrupted, they remove their disruption marker at minimum. They don't ever have a turn where they just stay disrupted. So, hey Jason, can you make sure that my stuff that's in there is put somewhere? Okay, thank you. Okay, I don't know of a way to retroactively fix this. So we're just going to have to accept the fact that I did it wrong. Every counterattack unit always goes. So if they were disrupted, like the one that was here was disrupted, he would have lost his disruption marker on his turn. And then when we went, we close combated him and he would not have been disrupted anymore. So I think that gave him an advantage there. I don't think there was any other, or maybe there was another guy here that had the same issue, but these other close combat battles didn't involve counterattack. So we did those correctly. It's just the counterattack guys that if they already had a disruption marker on them, like this guy, he already had a disruption marker on him, and then we attacked him with our engineer, he would not have had it, and so maybe he would not have lost his depth marker, you know, that kind of thing. Of course, if I knew that, I may not have attacked him. But anyways, back to this. I'm taking off his disruption marker. That's his entire turn. He's still in counterattack mode. Gold goes. It's a reinforce action. If this was empty, it would reinforce. It's not empty. He doesn't do any gold action because he's counterattack. This guy, however, is going to do what's called a, I think he's going to he would have gotten a depth marker if he didn't have one, and now he's firing. And so the good news is these are both HQ units, so he can't hit them. And he's firing on a circle, and these are both tanks, and so he doesn't hit them. So he hits nobody. So that's the only thing good about this. That's why I was saying I think we have a good round. This one over here would do a redeploy, and he has nowhere to redeploy to. I guess, no, he can redeploy to here, and that hurts actually, because I think if he redeploys, he fires. Yes, he does. So now he's firing, and that hurts because, look, we got intense fire everywhere. So the unit that would get hit is this one. I don't like this R action. The R action is brutal. Now the blue one, I was okay with because, see, they're both disrupted, and all they do is lose their disruption marker. So these guys just lose their disruption marker. I mean, it hurts because now I got to barrage them again, but moving on. I'm just looking around. There is a blue here, and it's an A action, so nobody's in the blue field of fire. So let's look at what happens if it's occupied but no one's in the field of fire. You go down to A, and if it's an artillery position, it does artillery fire. It is not an artillery position, so then it does assault. It's going to move to a position within 3 hexes and closest to a U.S. unit. If U.S. occupied, it's going to do close combat. So it's actually going to try to move 1, 2, 3, but there is no close combat to be done, so then it does nothing. So it actually just stays where he is. I don't think he moves and sits in the middle of nowhere. Only tanks do that. But that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to close combat somebody. That's what the A action is. It's an assault. And then lastly, we have a brown tank action. And the brown is, I was thinking here, but there is no brown. And I think, oh, this is a brown, but he's disrupted. So he loses his disruption marker. But nothing really happens. That brown over there can only shoot in the local spot, so nothing happens for him as well. So that's it for the turn, and now we do an event. All right, so we're getting a hero and a depth marker. So the depth marker closest to a U.S. unit, position adjacent to a beach or another position. This number is 10. This number is 14. This number is 18. So I think this guy's getting a depth marker. So it's crazy. We went through all this trouble to get rid of these depth markers, and they just get them right back. So that part's brutal. We get a hero. I'm not sure how excited I am about that. These heroes don't seem to do diddly in this game. this game is all about close combat, and attacking the normal way is just seems impossible. I'm going to put the hero on him, and off we go. Yeah, I'm going to put the hero on him. Okay, so we're on the HQ phase. Both of these guys go up. So this one's a 2, and then 1/1 becomes a 2. That's this guy. So this still gets fire from brown, so that's why we can't put a garrison there. However, we can put a garrison here finally. And so red is finally freed up to do something. And I don't think there's any other position we can do anything with yet. But with this range of 2, we have free actions, free candies given to all of them. This guy still can't become a command post because of this nonsense. But he is giving free actions like that. And he's staying here because this tank has basically been a barrage. And at some point, I think I want to move somewhere where I can establish a command post, but I don't think there's anywhere really to go except for maybe red. Although look, there's a blue fire, so I can't like go there. I can maybe go to these 2 spots right below red, make a command post there. That's actually not a bad idea at all. So you might see me do that. Okay, so let's get this thing going. I'm not controlling this right now, so I have to be careful. I get 2 actions. One action is going to be on them. Oh, you know what? This is a command post with a range 2, so I don't need to do that. This guy gets a garrison because we took purple. So we're good there. All right, so as far as actions go, it looks like it's going to be this guy can get one. And then the other one, like everybody is quite literally getting a free action in this game. I mean, I'm looking to see who doesn't even get a free action. And the only ones in this game who don't get a free action is him, these 2. Well, actually, that one does get a free action. And that one, which also gets a free action. There is nobody else to use this action on. That's how crazy this is. Everybody is in the range of an HQ at this point. This one's not. So I'll give an action to them. There we go. I finally found one. All right. So starting over here, we're disrupted, or we have issues again. This is a close combat. They're both close combat situations. This one is now a problem child. And what do we do? So I think the answer to this question is we close combat the crap out of them. That's what I think we do. So they're at least disrupted. These 2 units are on the verge of being destroyed, but they're going to go in there. This unit is going to be tough to take out. He's not disrupted or anything. And I'm not allowed to barrage him first. I mean, I just don't like that. These 2 will close combat this one. And then all of these guys, nope, these 2 are going to attack here, and then I'm going to move them in if we succeed. So let's do this attack right here. It needs a flamethrower and a browning, and we got a flamethrower with this guy and a browning with that guy. Awesome. So we definitely double him too, because he's a 4 strength, and we have 7. So we don't double him, but we still defeat him per the rules. He does have Japanese communication, so he goes into the reserve pile. And then these engineers, I'm moving this one in there, and since this guy was eliminated, I don't know what I was smoking. Oh no, he moved. That's what happened. So this engineer, I can't move 2 spaces because of these dang jungles. And I could move 1, 2, 3 along the road, but this guy stops me. But I am gonna go here because I want to take this before he does, if that makes sense. This is in green field of fire, so I do have some issues with him potentially hurting me. This guy is now free to move, so he's going to go. If I go 1, 2, 3, I'm now in their intense fire. I don't know if I want to do that. So I will go. This is actually quite brutal. I'm going to go, I can go 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter because those are both intense anyways. This guy, was he full strength? I don't think he was. You know what I'm going to do? This guy's going to move there to position himself to take on that. And this guy will go 1, 2, 3 so he can support. That's what he's going to do. See, and then these tanks in the barrage and everything, it's just useless until they get revealed. It's very hard. These close combats, I'm very worried this one's going to lose, but at least he'll be disrupted when it's over. This guy is going to move in. I'm banking on the fact that if I lose close combat, I'm at least going to lose one of my units here. And this guy already took his action. So let's keep going. These guys are just sitting tight for now. The one thing I can do, which I'm sure somebody's probably already screaming at me for, is I can move this 1, 2, get this up here. So I'm helping out up here. But I think I'm going to leave him here because I want to be able to get him out of dodge the moment that I can. This guy's in range of an HQ, and he's just going to move over here to take that. These are in range of an HQ, and I can move them 3 spaces. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close combat there. And this guy is going to go. I can't go 1, 2, 3 because as soon as you go next to a Japanese unit, you have to stop. But I can with these guys go 1, 2, 3 and get into there. This one is ready to be destroyed. So we are going to close combat it. See, the thing is I can't attack him because he's got a flank on him. So that's the problem. Now, his intense fire is disrupted, so we can, for example, I can move this hero in like this, and then next turn I can flank him. So maybe if I don't close combat him, then I save myself the chances of getting hit. I honestly don't know. So then if that's the case, what do I do with these guys, right? I can move them 1, 2, 3, but then look at this. This is intense fire on this stinker. Blue and brown have this really done. I mean, if I want to do anything, I need to get behind brown, which is going into these buildings. And then blue, I can get behind blue if I could somehow get around some other way. I don't want to go this way, is what I'm trying to say. So, and this guy's going to be weak. I'm close combating. I'm going in, and then these guys get in action. And so I'm going to go. One, 2, 3. I'm going to just go right at brown. Or should I go right at blue? Now, if I go here, yeah, those aren't concentrated units. So yeah, I guess I'll charge blue. Why not? Why not? So then, what does this guy do? I can't go by this unit, or I have to stop. And it's funny because if I go 1, 2, 3, then I'm in his intense fire. It's like no matter what I do, I'm in somebody's intense fire. So I guess I am going to move forward. And then we're going to try to take on brown. Why not? We have to. I can't barrage him. I can barrage him, but I want to take him out. This one is disrupted, and we are going to close combat him. This one, we're going to go 1, 2 to take on blue. This guy will inch 1 step closer. And so then the question is does this guy join them? And my answer is no. He's going to close combat here with his help. That's what we're going to do. And then this one's going to remove his disruption. And these tanks can do stuff like barrage. They can do all kinds of cool stuff, but they can't do diddly because tanks are worthless in this game. So I'll move them up like that to at least take that spot. Tanks are absolutely worthless in this game. I have 1, 2, 3 tanks with actions, and there's nothing I can do with them. This one will at least move 1 more to there. Nope, I better be careful because he may have to retreat. 1 more to there. He's still in range of the HQ. This tank will just join the hero. Still in range. Well, that one's not in range of the HQ anymore. So I guess I will go 1, 2 to there. The decisions I feel like are so tough in this one. Okay, that ends our turn, and see, so here's what I don't like about peleliu. It's all close combat. I don't have any regular fire going on at all. And obviously I need to do regular fire to reveal the unit because I can't close combat until the unit's revealed. But now regular fire is nothing more than a mechanism so I can get to close combat. Because it's very extremely rare that I'm going to have the firepower to take out the thing when I first reveal it. And so I'm revealing it, realizing, oh, it's too tough because it's got flanking or it's got CC, and then I'm just close combating everything. And so this game is turning into nothing more than a game of war. And I'm talking about the war, you know, where you have a 52, you know, just a regular standard deck of cards. You know, like we used to play as kids where you draw, each of us draws a card and whoever has the higher value wins. And that's what this is turning into, is it's just like a game of war, which there is some irony because the game's called War and this is a war game. But how many of us thought that was fun to just draw a card and see if you win or not? And so that's I guess that's my gripe with this. And there's a part of me that likes Omaha Beach the most. I think it might be the easiest because there's a bit of a formula to it, but I like it the most because that game wasn't a game of, you know, draw 2 cards and see if you win. Draw 2 cards and see if you win. You were actually solving a puzzle in that game. And yeah, you knew you needed to flank. And guess what? There was no way to defeat that guy unless you flanked him. And that was it. You had to figure out a way to flank him. And I don't know, there's a part of me that just appreciates that. So anyway, sorry for the rant. I think I'm doing fine with the outcome of this so far. It's just, I don't like the fact that I'm now going to resolve all these close combats. I mean, this is a boring part of the game. And I mean, what is fun about this? So, I mean, let's take this here. We're going to close combat this guy. He has CCs on both of them. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. because they're 2 units. I'm going to draw 2 more because he has 2 CCs on him. I'm going to draw 1 more because he's over a strength of 4. And I'm going to draw 1 more because he's in a jungle. Wow. Don't you feel excited about that? I mean, that's my gripe with this. I'm not even saying I hate it, because compared to other solitaire games, this is still awesome. I mean, I'm just comparing it to the original, and that's the part I'm having issue with. All right, so then, you know, we go and we get 3 pipsqueaks. So we have 3 pipsqueaks, and that's it. So 3 cards against a million. They go first, and it's blue. And boom, we're already lost. So this is, I mean, what's fun about this? So I draw a card. Ooh, there's your ace. I can't beat it. We lose our top card. Now we go and we hit him. Oh, we don't even do any damage. All we do is disrupt him. That's the other thing. I at least want to kill something. And all I'm doing is disrupting him. I get to disrupt him anyways. When this battle ends, he gets disrupted. So he loses his top card, which was good. And now he goes. So, of course, he hits us. I mean, why wouldn't he? I mean, that's just how this goes. So we take a damage and we lose our last card, which wasn't a hit anyways. So he's got 3 cards left. So he's going to go. He doesn't hit us. We're going to withdraw because he has 2 cards left. So he still gets to draw at least 1 more. And he misses. And we do withdraw. And this unit survives with 1 pip. And he's disrupted. But at least the other guy is disrupted, even though we didn't do jack diddly to hurt him. So we did all that just to disrupt him. I could have just barraged him with my tank and done the same thing. And that's the thing that, maybe that's the unsmart thing about what I did. Maybe that's just it. I have to barrage him, hope I don't draw a blue during their action phase, and when he's already disrupted, then you close combat him. I mean, I understand that there is that strategy and there is some smartness to it. It's just, don't like it. I don't. So we go to the next one. And, oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. 5 cards for the Japanese. We get 4. And since we have a flamethrower, we get a 5th one. Yay us. We have as many cards as him. It's blue. And here we go. He goes first. He misses, but he would reinforce. So reinforce, I think, gives him another card. Yes, it does. He gets another card. Okay, and then we go. Nothing happens. He goes. And, of course, he hits us. I'm going to destroy my tank. And we lose a card. Then we go. And, oh, look at this. We disrupt him. He loses his top card. He goes. He has heroism. He gets another card. Oh. And then we lose a card. Then we go. Hey, look, we destroyed his depth marker. That's at least something. He loses a card. Now he goes. He hits us. And then he goes again. And he misses. So we take another hit. And then we retreat. So that's a catastrophic loss. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 catastrophic losses out of 20. They are at least disrupted now, which is something. And yeah, that's all I can say. These guys have nothing to do. Here we got another close combat. I am so thrilled. Okay, Japanese get 1 card. And we get 4. And then 1 more for the flamethrower. It's a red. Japanese go first, and of course they're going to hit. No, they don't. So we got lucky. Oh no, look. Naval Artillery Blast. If it does not show the color of the CC hex, no event. Okay, no event. If the colors were to match, and the card shows the target symbol for a US unit, then we get hit. And then if it didn't match one of us, then the Japanese would get hit. Okay, so it doesn't match our color because we're looking for red. So we go, nothing happens. There we go, we got him. Okay, so this one is destroyed and he's out of the game. And we move in and we took this red spot. So now all these intense fires are now gone, and all of that hassle was because we drew a damn reinforcement action right when we were ready to take that point. So that just blows. Okay, so now we're going to do this one, which is probably easier battle than it was supposed to be because I think I did the rule wrong. So he gets 1 unit for being him. He gets 1 for a tank. We get 4 for us, for the pipsqueaks. We get 1 for the hero, and we get 1 more because he's a counterattack mode. We go first because we have people near us, and the color we're shooting for is yellow. Okay, we destroyed him. He doesn't get to attack. So the last tank is out of the game. And I think that's the last counterattack unit as well. So all these cards will go back to the deck. And this one's out. So that one we made a lot easier. So we did succeed at taking that out. And now this HQ unit is eligible to flip. Oh, I mentioned to you that I wanted to move with it. And so I did want to move because if you can see this, I wanted him to get in position so he can get garrisons here. So I did want to put him there. And the idea was that I had confidence we were going to take red. I did not have confidence we were going to take yellow. I wanted to get him out of the yellow so he could become a command post there. So my apologies. Somebody just today posted that he gets really annoyed that I retroactively make decisions after seeing results. And I apologize for that. I don't really have a lot of remorse for it. I mean, I apologize that it bothers you if it does, but from my perspective, I even expressed that that's what I wanted to do, and then I just forgot. So from my perspective, the fact that I won that battle and saw that, okay, now I can flip him over, then I was like, oh, I realized I needed to move him. I mean, just so everybody understands, I could have stayed here and became an HQ, no problem. I just want to go there. That was the thing, and I would have done it anyway. So sorry, I've decided a long time ago I shouldn't even try to defend my decisions. It's not like I charge you to watch my stuff. But anyway, some people get really triggered by it, and I don't even have a problem with the fact that it bothers them. It's just I don't know what they want me to do about it. I'm not going to change. So go watch It Played. Rodney Smith will never play a game like this, so good luck. That's really all I have to say. Okay, so let's move on to here. Okay, this guy's already disrupted, so we at least have the initial hit on him. We flip this over. Oh, I'm realizing that when I killed this last tank, my first hit would have just disrupted him. So, So he had one card for him, and then, so he would have been completely out of cards, and we would have had 4 more cards left. We need at least 1 more hit, or that tank wouldn't have been destroyed. So 1, there we go, there's our hit. So this tank was not disrupted when we close combated him. I hit him, yes, but my first hit just disrupts him. I had to hit him another time. But the good news for us, though, is he only got 2 cards, because he was a tank, gave him 1, and he only was 1 unit, so that gave him the other card. There was no, he only had 2 cards, so when we hit him, he lost his top card. Oh, he would have actually been able to draw 1 card. So here we go. I just drew a card, and it's not a hit. So I think that fairly resolves that. So again, now that one I truly am sorry for. I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. So here, and this is what reminded me of it, is this guy's already disrupted, so I don't have to hit him 3 times. I only have to hit him twice. That's what triggered me to remember the thing about the tank. So again, sorry. Okay, so the Japanese unit gets 2 for being Japanese, 1 more for close combat, and then 1 more because he has a strength of 4. And 1 more because he's in a jungle. No, he's not in a jungle. Yeah, well, he's in a building and a jungle. I'll say he's in a jungle. Let's just be done with that. And then we get 4. And 1 more for the flamethrower. He goes first. It's green. And he hits. He also drew a reinforce. So he gets another card to his pile. All right, so he hits us, so we take a pip loss, and we lose a card. And now we go, and we got a green, so we hit him. So he loses his depth marker, and he loses his top card, which would have been nasty for us. So he goes, and he hits, so we lose our unit. So we're now at 19 catastrophic losses. We lose our top card. We go, and we miss. He goes, and he hits. We're down to 1. And we lost our last card. So we're gonna withdraw. So that means he draws 1 more. And he survives the battle. So this guy lives for another day. He's disrupted, and so are we. And we are disrupted over there. We are disrupted there. We are disrupted there. And this guy just joins the... No, this guy was not disrupted. That one was a full... He killed everybody that attacked. Okay, so we failed to take the green, but he's at least disrupted, and he lost his depth marker. So now we got this last spot. And it's a naval artillery. So he has 2 units, and 1 more for being a strength 4, 1 more for a jungle, and 1 more for the CC. We have 4 pipsqueaks, and 1 more for the flamethrower. That's it. He's not disrupted. So he goes first, brown, and of course he hits. We take a hit, we lose a card. And we go, we got a brown. So he's disrupted. And then he loses a card. And then he goes, he misses, we go, we hit again, we got rid of his depth marker. And he loses a card. He goes, conscript surrender. He's not a conscript, so it doesn't do any good. he's elite. He's this solid red. So we go, and amazingly enough, we destroyed this guy. So that, almost everything about that battle went our way. He does, it doesn't matter if he has communication. He goes in an eliminated unit box. And finally, we took brown. And now we're in the intense fire for orange again. So I guess we always were, but okay, that's the end of the turn. We move to turn 11, and we are disrupted. Okay, so all of their actions are now available to them. The infiltrate action really won't do anything for them unless we leave one of these spots open. We don't get reinforcements until deep in the extended game. So I don't think there's any way we're going to take all of the B. I mean, look at this. B goes all the way to here. So I would have to go all the way to there and take all of that with being only able to move one space each time, because there's no roads here. That yellow is not a road. That would take a crazy number of turns to be able to take all of B. It's like impossible. So the only other option is to take all the coral, and that's not possible either. I would like to see somebody record a game where they actually did win in the early part, but I think that's the whole goal of this, is to be pretty hard, which it has been. And as much as I'm whining, I guess I'm doing okay still. So that's the thing. I mean, this is like a persistent masochistic game. All right, no more whining. Let's go. Turn 11, we draw an event. We get another hero, and they get a depth marker. I actually don't know if that's worth it anymore. In all the other games, I loved getting a hero. Giving them a depth marker just blows. So guess who's going to get the depth marker? One of these guys. This one right here. So all the progress we made gets erased. Now I need to figure out who to give this hero to. And I think it's going to be this guy. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to figure out, did I remember to move these? And I think I did. So that's where my pause was. I moved this engineer unit up like this, and it's out of the HQ range. So I would have moved that way. They were both here. One went this way, one went that way. I would not move it out of the HQ range, because now I would have to spend an action if I was up there. So again, there I am going back and retroactively doing a turn. But I think if I wasn't recording, I would take more time and be more deliberate. But I don't know. I mean, I would prefer just, if I see no harm in going back, I do it. If I do see harm, then I don't. That's how it goes. Japanese fire time. There are no counterattack guys anymore, so we don't have to worry about that. Although I don't think those guys were a big threat. I still think that was a blessing to this game. So here we go. Blue loses their damn disruption markers. So ding and ding, they are back to full strength, and it's as if we didn't even damage them. This one here fires machine guns, in fact, and we are in intense fire, so one of these will take a hit, so we have another catastrophic loss. Our catastrophic loss limit this turn is 22. And this one fires. So blue is bad. It's very bad. This one fires, and we're in his intense field of fire. And he's going to hit 2 units. And the 2 units will be this one, which is another catastrophic loss. A11. He was here, and then this tank takes a hit. We're going to get blasted. Green goes. This one loses his disruption marker. This one tears us to shreds. So we lose. Yep. It's a circle on the green, so we have a catastrophic loss, and that one's okay. Looking around, no other green. So then brown goes, and it's a reinforcement brown. So we're actually safe, but this one is going to tear him apart for a hit. And it's a circle, and so he takes a hit. And everybody is disrupted, because that's how we roll. Disrupted tank. Technically the HQ is not disrupted. Yeah. Okay, moving on. We get a naval fire marker. I actually like the naval fire markers. That part I'm not complaining about. I may, in fact, use a naval fire marker somewhere, but I don't know where. This unit is disrupted, so it doesn't do me diddly. I want to swear while I'm playing this game, and that's I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I mean, I just the thing is I've played some, like, I love this game called Anachrony, but I tried the solitaire mode, and I'm just it's okay. That one it's just boring because the AI just cheats. This one, it's different. I don't feel like the AI is cheating. I love the Butterfield AI system. So far, I've not played a single game of his that I haven't enjoyed the way he's made the AI. Now, the Conflict of Heroes, Awakening the Bear, I hate that game. I've played it, and I despise it. And people have even requested that I do that game, and I might, just to show you how much I hate it. I don't know. I was told that he did that AI, but then I was told that they sort of scrapped his design and went with their own. And as far as I'm concerned, they should have stuck with whatever he had, because the AI on that is awful. But anyways, I'm rambling again. Okay, we're done with their turn. We did our second event. It's the HQ phase. So we are going to flip this guy and get him started. And so he starts on range 1. The other 2 move up. And so everybody's still just range 2. And so we move on. And I think, see, I haven't taken brown yet. Or no, I did take brown. So this one can now finally get a garrison marker. Okay, so peanut butter action time. These ones are disrupted. Can't do anything. These are all free actions. This one is also a free action because of the HQ. But almost everybody's disrupted. So I could do a charge here and then move the tank over. So I'm going to do that. I'm moving the tank over, and this guy is going to close combat. And I don't think I can close combat from 2 spaces away, but I'll at least get this guy moved to there. I have all these HQ units and no actual infantry for them to lead. And then all 3 of these lose their disruption. Oops. This guy also loses his disruption. And you know what I'm going to do? I know it's crazy, but this HQ by himself is going to attack that sucker. We're going to get him revealed. So there we go. We have a demolition and a Browning. He has neither. He's in a road. Is that considered a jungle? I don't know. I mean, is it considered jungle because there's some jungle pieces in it? But there's a road. So does that mean that the road trumps the jungle? I don't know that answer, actually. So, but it doesn't matter. Even if he was doubled, it's a 2. So he's not alone, and we're disrupted. So it's just the HQ unit that's disrupted. But I finally revealed him, which, you know what I could have done instead of revealing him was attack this. But see, I'm not going to revert this one because I now saw what this is. So that's a commitment. So it's done. Okay, so these go. And this one's going to lose disruption. This one's going to lose disruption. This guy is going to charge to there. This one, I'm tempted to charge to there, but I don't think that's a good idea. So we at least took purple for free without having much of a fight. Moving on. This guy can do a free move. This is all intense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I can't barrage somebody I already attacked, so that's no good. I'm going to move this over so I can remember that's a battle. But this is what I'll do. I'm going to move this guy here so he's in position to attack this, and then this tank will go here to at least hold that spot. That's what I'm going to do. These guys are just getting slammed, and so I'm going to move in with them. That cost me an action to do, so no worries there. This one was disrupted. This one will not cost me an action. I would love to reinforce this, but what I'm going to do I'm going to move him here so he's in the green. These guys here are both free actions and they're going to attack. He's going to support from 2 away. So we have a DE, which this guy has. Oh, hold on. I don't think he has it. I don't think they have demolitions from 2 spaces away. They don't. I'm just looking at the... Oh, here we go. Infantry HQ only has flamethrower and mortar. So we don't meet the requirement for that. It is doubled to a 4, but we have 9 strength, so we did disrupt it, which was my goal, right? Because then this guy can go 1, 2, 3. Do I want to flank him? I mean, there's always a chance that this will say flank on it, so yeah, that's not a bad idea. So then this guy could move in after, and so it's disrupted, and now he can move in, and it's all hunky-dory. Okay, moving on. These guys. I want to take them out, but he's disrupted. The guy below him is disrupted. So I'm going to try to disrupt this with the barrage. So let's try it. And I got it. So we're going to disrupt half of it with a barrage. So then we're going to do close combat with these two guys there. And then this guy is going to move there, of course, and take that. And I don't think I used my other action, and I really don't need to. Okay, let's take care of some close combats. Let's do this one over here. The Japanese unit gets 2. 1 for being Japanese and 1 for CC. We get 3 pipsqueaks. And then the Japanese gets 1 because it's a jungle. They go first. It's green. Of course they hit us. We have another catastrophic loss. B11. We lose a card, and of course it would have been a hit. Everything they do for you. All right, so we hit, finally, and all that does is disrupt him. And he loses that card, which was good, because that was a hit on us. And then this last card is a freaking reinforce. So his reinforce action gives him another card, and it gives him a depth marker, which immediately gets revealed. And then we go, and of course we miss, and then he goes, and he misses. So he ended up finishing the battle with more strength than he started it with. That's ridiculous. So nothing happens there. He's disrupted, and so are we. Come back to this one. You have to reveal his depth marker. He's getting 2 for being Japanese. He's getting 1 for strength 4. He's getting 1 for the jungle, and he's getting 2 more because he has 2 CC markers. So he's getting the whole deck of cards. We're going to get 4 for pipsqueaks and 1 for the flamethrower. That's it. All right, he's doing blue. And of course he hits. We're going to take a hit. We lose our top card, which of course is a blue. We go, and of course it's not a blue. He goes, and of course it's a blue. We get another catastrophic loss. B17. We lose another card, which would have been a hit. We play a card, which is not a hit. He goes, and he hits. We're going to withdraw. He draws one more, and he hits again. We get another catastrophic loss. He took no losses at all. So, no losses at all for him. Everybody got hit for us. And he had cards to spare. One, two, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, that's 20. That's 25. Our catastrophic loss limit was 22, so we lost the game. So there you have it, D-Day at Peleliu. We lost again. The one thing I'm just realizing is I could have done this, but if I barrage, I can't attack. So I just, the rules are intentionally punitive in my mind. Anyways, I could have barraged somebody, you know, probably this blue guy, because I wasn't attacking him this turn, so I would have, you know, at least destroyed the depth marker, but it didn't matter. I can't barrage somebody to disrupt them to help me with my close combat unless I'm willing to wait another whole turn. Which I think is probably what I needed to do, is I have to be willing to disrupt them one turn and then wait till the next turn to actually attack. Attacking an already disrupted unit in close combat is huge, because if you ever hit it, you actually do damage to it. But then you have this punk here who, we never hit him once. So that's it. Playthrough number 2 made it a lot further, but we didn't even finish the basic game. Had we finished the basic game, we would have at least scored enough points to move on, but we had too many catastrophic losses. So I think I ranted a lot these last 2 turns, so I don't really have anything else to say. All I can say is that I was very excited about this game. I thought it was going to do a lot of stuff that I didn't like about previous ones. But right now, I'm very confidently telling you I like this the least of the 3. Mostly because of the punitive nature of everything. Now, have I been playing the other 2 wrong? Like, I know that Omaha Beach, if it's an unrevealed marker, reinforcement marker, you get disrupted. It's just that those nests always had different rules, and so it was a lot easier. Okay, so, and then the problem I had was, because I started with Omaha Beach, I kept forgetting about the reinforcement rule, because you really don't run into that until the extended game, right? You're spending the whole basic game just trying to get off the beach. So Tarawa, I think, would have been a lot harder, because I think I forgot to implement that rule as much as I should have. I think Tarawa got a lot easier because I had amazing events that worked out in my favor. And maybe that's the thing. This game would be a lot easier if I had events that worked out in my favor. And also, this game would be a lot easier if I didn't have to fight so hard to take this red spot. I think it would be easier if I followed my own strategy of disrupting and then waiting before I actually... So I think that close combating people who are not yet disrupted is a poor choice. in this game, considering how random things are and how erratic they can get. It's a very poor choice to try to take on a unit with a depth marker and CC written on it, right? These two they both had CC written on them. So this guy's getting a buttload of cards. I think it's a very poor choice to attack it through close combat. What I should have done is just attacked it normal. Since it's only a 2 strength, I had 4 strength worth of units here. I could have disrupted it just through a normal attack and just be content with the fact that I disrupted him again, and that's the best I can do for this round, is I'm just going to redisrupt blue, and I'm going to wait until I finally draw a Japanese phase where blue was not the color on their attack card. And then when they're both disrupted like this, then I charge them. That's the only thing going through my mind that I should have done differently. Beyond that, I think I actually played this quite well. You know, was I supposed to charge these locations? I don't know. I mean, when you got a spot that's completely covered or surrounded with intense fire, there's one other trick I picked up on in this game. I never had to do one single battle to take this, even though this is a nasty one. Because all I did was I just made sure that there was something 3 spaces away that was empty, so he redeployed. And there's a strategy there of, you know, you intentionally leave something blank so they can redeploy, and then this harder to take area is no longer so hard to take. That's a really bizarre way to approach the game, but I think it could work. I really do, but you got to be really deliberate and patient. Those mountain spaces look brutal. I think I would spend the whole game not taking those, so that means the Japanese artillery is active the entire game, because that's 5 artillery right up there. This game does not require you to take anything in C and D. So this is C, this is D, but A and B were reasonably within reach. And I think I was actually really close to taking all of B. I think these really were the only B ones I didn't have. I mean, obviously there was this guy here and this guy's there. That should be a B, yep. But I actually think I pounded the crap out of B. And the coral thing over here, I was nowhere close. Those are all A's. So I was nowhere close to having the A's. It's the fact that there's so much sequence. And then I think it ultimately boils down to, I just don't like close combat. I like it thematically. Thematically, it makes sense. But that whole game of war, where I draw a card, you draw a card, and we just cross our fingers, I don't like it. I mean, is this game trash? No, this game is, if I were to rate this amongst all the solitaire games I have, this is going to be in the top 10 or 15. Because just the fact that it's a Butterfield AI system makes this game better than a beat-your-own-score solitaire game, which I don't enjoy at all. I mean, I played that 18 Lilliput, and the AI there basically cheated the entire time and got free trains every round, and then it was like, oh, look at this, you lose. This game blows that out of the water. I would play this game 100 times over 18 Lilliput. So don't get me wrong, I'm frustrated because I lost. I'm a poor loser. But there it is. Now I got to decide if I'm going to do a third game. I don't know. The people who said that this is the hardest game of the 3, I think they're right. And sometimes it's like challenge accepted, you know, and I want to just keep going until I figure out the puzzle. This one, I'm not saying challenge accepted to, at least not right now, because I feel so defeated. I felt like I was playing fantastic, and I still lost. That's the part that has me defeated. Now, did I get too aggressive and try to take too much at once? You bet I did. But that's why I feel so defeated, is my aggression was not awarded and or rewarded. And anyways, I can ramble on and on. It's still an awesome solitaire game, and I hope you enjoyed joining me at the table for it. I honestly don't know what to say. It's I'm just frustrated. Anyways, thank you for joining. Stay awesome, and I will get something else to the table here, or maybe even this again. We'll see. Maybe somebody will have some great insight in a YouTube comment, and it'll inspire me to try again. But anyways, it took me quite a few tries on Omaha Beach to get that, and this one I think is going to be the same. Thank you.